Okay, I think we good. Skinny Mike, Merry Christmas. What's up? How you doing? I think I can leave that right there. So, how's everybody doing on Christmas? Yo, yo, what is good, everybody? It is the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay, coming at you on Christmas. I really wanted to do a stream over these past couple of days, but I have been exhausted. I had to recharge my battery from all the overtime I've been working, because we'll be getting right back to it next week. So, boy, there's a lot of things that we could talk about. I mean, I'm going to jump into a set of course of competizione here and get a little bit of practice in, because I had something happen to me on Monza that's never happened before, and I was getting slower, and I was like, man, what is going on? So I figured out that I had to recalibrate my brakes, and I was at least able to kind of get back to where I was at. But on one particular track, Monza, I was able to turn in consistent 151 laps. What do we got here? An email. Boy, Puma trying to get my money again. Big Cloud, Merry Christmas. How you doing, my guy? And congratulations on the IGN position. So, yeah, Puma trying to get my money. I bought some Puma Red Bull Racing Motorsport shoes. I bought 2 pairs of them. They normally sell for $90. They were on sale for $40, so I had to buy 2 pairs. I bought 2 pairs, black pair and a white pair. Pretty slick shoes. They're motorsport shoes. I think they might be. They're definitely racing shoes. I don't know if they're Formula One shoes or not, but yes. But I will unbox those when I get those. They're supposed to be here Friday. I'll unbox those, and you can see me use them live on these pedals. And as far as sim racing goes, I think I got everything I need. Anything that I buy from here on out would probably be, cosmetic at this point, just to say that I got it. Because boy, that BMW racing wheel looks pretty nice, but $1,400. Then I think Fanatec is supposed to be coming out with a Bentley GT3 racing wheel, which has a display in the center, and I think it works like a gyroscope. As you turn the wheel, the display still maintains, I think 0 degrees is probably what I want to say. It still maintains 0 degrees as the wheel's turning. The display still stays straight. Pretty slick wheel. I'm willing to bet that wheel's probably going to go for at least $3,000. Because everybody speculated that the BMW wheel was going to cost $4,000, and it was $1,400. So yeah, I wouldn't mind getting my hands on one of those. That'd be pretty pricey though. Let's see. For Christmas, I guess it's a little. My son for Christmas. I don't have a problem saying this, but every year for the past 3 years, when Christmas comes up or his birthday comes up, I'll ask my son, "What do you want?" And he says, "I don't know. I got everything I need." He's got Xboxes, Nintendo Switch, PC, VR headsets. So he's in that aspect. He has everything he wants. He has a car waiting for him when he turns 16. So I didn't want to waste money and buy him something he didn't need. So I just flat out just gave him $250, and he can spend it how he likes. So that was his Christmas gift. Oh, in addition, he wants cornrows in his head. So I'm paying for that too. So he's getting his hair. He's getting cornrows put in his hair tomorrow. So he's really excited about that. So, but yeah, it's like we can talk about anything. Me, I'm pretty much like jumping all over the place. As far as gaming goes, there's some things that that I wouldn't mind talking about as far as sim racing, as far as VR, as far as PS5 coming up. As far as one of the things that I'm really excited for 2022, which is crazy to say this, but the next gen version of Assetto Corsa Competizione will be out in February, and this is the next gen version for PS5 and Xbox Series X. From my point of view, it makes no sense to buy it because in all likelihood, it won't have any kind of VR support on the PS5 because, for one thing, PSVR 2 isn't out yet, and if it was going to have VR support on the current PSVR, it would already have it on the PS4 version. So even though it won't have VR support, I'm probably going to buy it anyway, because I really love the game and I do want to support the developers. And I don't see this game getting delayed. What do we got here? One second, folks. Oh, okay, my boy Darkensaw. I'll respond to that in a minute. So yeah, I don't think Assetto Corsa Competizione, the next generation, is going to be delayed because it would hurt if they delayed that game because it's supposed to come out in February, to my knowledge. GT7 comes out March 4th, and I think that if they were to wait until after GT7 launches, I think it would hurt sales. So I think they need to stick to that February date and make sure that game launches in February, so they can snatch up as many sales as they can before GT7 launches. Because as far as people who love GT Sport on PS4, I know they are absolutely looking forward to GT7 on PS5. I'm looking forward to it from the point of view of being able to play it in VR, but it's going to be a tough waiting a whole nother year before we get PSVR 2. But I think with I saw an article that GT7 is supposed to have like 420 cars and 90 tracks. So to be able to do all that in VR is definitely going to be worth it, because I do have iRacing, but I'd imagine that if all those cars, if 400 and something cars were available on iRacing and 90 tracks were available, and you have to buy them all, I think the tracks cost anywhere from $10 to $15 each on iRacing. I don't know how much the cars cost, but you probably, we talking hundreds, maybe over $1,000 to buy all that stuff. So to have all that stuff on GT7 and to only have to pay for it once, that's definitely something exciting and something I'm looking forward to. So I'm not exactly sure that I'm going to buy GT7 day one, because it's going to be kind of tough to play that game knowing that we would have to wait like another 7 or 8 months for the VR, unless Sony surprises us and launches it earlier, which I'm hoping that's the case, but it doesn't look like it. I mean, if Sony was going to launch this thing early, I think we would have got some, we would start getting some kind of marketing by now. And I mean, Sony's being totally silent about PSVR 2, which I find to be disappointing. I wish they would start sharing some tidbits with us. I've kind of ranted about that before, that I think we spent our money, we spent even more money than the flat screeners. We bought PS4s, we bought PS4 Pros, we bought the PSVR headset. We bought way more games, because I can tell you from experience that once you develop a passion for VR, you want to try everything in VR. Racing games, flight games, fighting games, shooting games, strategy games, puzzle games. You want to try everything in VR, and therefore you end up buying a lot of games. Because I think I probably say over the past few years, probably about 80-90% of the games that I bought were VR games. So that being said, we definitely, I think us gamers on PSVR, we have a much higher attach rate than the flat screeners do. I think in the case of the flat screeners, you have those that buy the Sony exclusives, but I think other than that, you have people that only buy 1 or 2 games, Call of Duty, Madden, Call of Duty, NBA 2K, and that's probably about it. With a few Battlefields scattered here and there. That being said, I think I can make the case that we have put more money into the PlayStation ecosystem through VR, and I think we deserve to get a little shine. I think we deserve to get a little insight on what's going on with PlayStation VR, because there's no doubt in my mind that I think the headset is more than likely ready to go right now. I think the headset is far enough along that they could launch it right now if they wanted to, but they want to make us wait until next year, and they want to keep us in the dark until they feel it's time to talk about it. And I find that a little bit bothersome, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm still going to get PSVR 2. Still looking forward to it, and I'm still looking forward to playing GT7 in VR. So, yeah, hopefully you guys can hear me all right, because it is exceptionally warm in here. I've got 3 fans going. Management sent out letters to residents that the AC units are not to be turned on because they're not designed to run in the wintertime. So I don't want to put myself in a position where I damage my AC unit and then they come in and say, hey, you ran this thing in the wintertime, you weren't supposed to, we'll fix it, but you're getting the bill. So I don't want to get put in a position like that. So so I just have to crack open some windows and let that do the job. So, but yeah, I'll be ready to jump into ACC here in a little bit and get some practice laps in, because I'm really excited to get back on the track after turning in some better lap times yesterday, Monza in particular. With that track, I think I was turning in, as far as consistent laps, I think I was turning in consistent 152s. 153 if I was having a bad lap, but consistent 152s. Yesterday, after making some adjustments, I started turning in consistent 151s, and I think what that can lead to is, if I'm having a very good lap, I can turn in some 150s. As far as 150 goes, I've turned in a few laps of 150 several times. I think my best lap on Monza is 150.5. I've turned in like 150.7 a couple of times, and I think with some of the adjustments that I made, I think I can eventually get to where I'm turning in more consistent 150s, and that is the goal. A track like Monza in particular, the 151s that I was turning in, it got me an 8th place finish two races in a row. I think to be like competitive, you got to turn in where you can finish up in the top 5. I think you need to turn in consistent 150, 149s or better. If you can turn in consistent 148s or consistent 147s, you got a chance of winning races. I mean, I'm studying Jardier and Dog King. I'm watching what these guys are doing, and I picked up some things watching their videos, and that helped me to get a little bit faster on Monza. So, and I guess while we're on the subject of sim racing, so my son's starting to warm up this sim racing a little bit. He tried ACC, and I was trying to show him how to, it was like teaching a baby to walk. And he started slowly getting the hang of it. And the wheelbase, I originally had the wheelbase set at 35% because that's what it comes. That's the way it comes set by default. And I figured, okay, he can handle that. And he found 35% to be somewhat easy. And 35%, in my opinion, is the equivalent of 7 Newton meters on this particular wheelbase. And so when he gave it another try, I think he gave it a try, like 2 more tries. The second try, I set the wheelbase at 40%, which is the equivalent of 8 Newton meters, which is the CSL DD. It peaks at 8 Newton meters. My son was able to handle that without much problems. And then I set it to 45. And when I set it to 45 and he did it again, he said he was able to handle it, but it felt like a workout. So, so after he got done, I forgot to turn it back up to 60 where I normally have it at. So I did a race and it was at 45%, and the force feedback was there and the details was there, but it was considerably weaker than what I normally do. So so now I think I can unequivocally say that I think I made the right move canceling that CSL DD and getting the DD1. That's not a slight against anyone that has a CSL DD, because I don't want to start sounding like a snob and all of a sudden acting like I only eat escargot and caviar and that kind of stuff. But I don't know if I would have. I really can't say, because I'm really asking myself this question, that if I would have followed through and got the CSL DD, would it have been enough for me? Would I have been satisfied with it? I would like to say yes, given how I was satisfied with the CSL Elite. I was definitely satisfied with that. I was so satisfied with the CSL Elite that I felt like if something were to happen and I was unable to get that CSL DD and I would have had to stick with the CSL Elite, I would have been fine with that. But now that I got a wheelbase that's up here and I got a taste of that, yeah, that CSL Elite kind of feels like a toy now, because I did go back and monkey with it earlier this week, and yeah, it did feel like a toy. I mean, the details in the road were barely noticeable, whereas with this wheelbase, the details in the road are so strong that the wheel's just constantly shaking. So yeah, it was quite pricey, but at the end of the day, I'm really happy with this wheelbase. So yeah, that was that's a pretty winded conversation. I think I'm about ready to get into some ACC. I gotta get some shoes on first. And I want to jump into an online race on ACC because I want to make sure that wasn't a fluke. So we will remove the Christmas card that I have posted, and let's get ready to jump into some ACC. But don't let that deter you from any questions you might have. All right. All right, all right, all right. It's taking a minute to load. I don't know, maybe I gotta put the headset on to speed things up. Keyboard right there. Make sure I got my sound. Yes, I do. Let's get set up here. I saw a Silverstone. Yeah, that's got a lot. Wait a minute, where are the Monzas? Shite. Just knocked over my drink. Still got a minute and a half to go. The truth. Merry Christmas, my guy. And yeah, I just spilled my drink. So I definitely need to get a cup holder and put everything in a bottle instead of sitting the cup down on carpet. Okay, let's get the controls here. Not that one. That one. All right, give me a second, folks. I'm getting ready to pop out chat here. looks like I'm good to go. Keep your gloves on. There's 5 minutes left in this race, so I'm not going to be able to make a difference in that short amount of time. So and let's go. Coon, what is up, my guy? How you been, bro? Been working a lot of overtime, but hell, it's better than not working at all. Not only that, because of all the overtime that I've been working, that's how I was able to buy all this equipment you see here.
Faster car coming up behind you.
Really? Where is he? Gotta get that money, no doubt about it. He shot a move. Am I? Oh, coon. This, let me go back to the garage. Coon, this whole setup, man, completes the dream. I've always had a love for cars ever since I was a kid. And throughout the years, as racing games got a little more realistic and a little more immersive, it made the dream that much more closer to being a reality. I mean, I'll never, 54 years old, what are the chances I'm going to get a chance to sit in a real race car? But the first time I played a racing game in VR was Drive Club back in 2016, and that gave me a wow moment like never before on PlayStation VR. Even though it was blurry, it was the first time I did 200 miles an hour sitting inside of a car, and it blew my mind. And so this setup, as far as I'm concerned, completes the dream. I mean, you definitely got to see the passion in me. Sim racing in VR, and now I got this setup. I mean, this whole setup, man, cost me about $3,700. Just this wheelbase alone was $1,200. The pedals were $370. The wheel was $200. This rig that I'm sitting in was a little over $800. Not to mention other stuff that I bought on top of that. I bought 2 other sets of brake pedals. I bought another wheelbase. So yeah, I sunk quite a bit of money into this. But the immersion is I think it's second to none. So yeah, to ask me if I love the setup is an understatement, brother. So I'm definitely going to do another race here. I was only able to do 2 full laps because of how late I came into the race. I did 152 on the first lap and 151.5 on the second lap. So I definitely want to do another race because the goal is to be able to do 151 consistently.
Green light. Go, go, go.
And you guys seen how I kept up with that Ferrari. Money well spent, yeah. Definitely. This wheelbase puts out 20 Newton meters of torque. Enough to tear your thumbs off, as Dave Cam puts it. So I run this wheelbase at about 60%, which is about 12 Newton meters. Alright, let's see if we can break 151, because this is our real lap. I'll survive that. I need to get into PCVR? Absolutely. Well, let me finish this lap, Coon, and then I'm going to talk about the differences between PCVR and what you're probably going to get with PSVR 2 and PS5. If I break 151 on this lap, then I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there. One more lap.
That's the fastest lap. Slow car ahead.
Need to turn the brake lights up a little bit. Ow! I guess to go ahead and explain it, Coon, with PCVR, it's wide open. To put it in simple terms. For as powerful as the PS5 is, PCVR is still going to be stronger. There's still going to be some games that will play on PC that won't play on PSVR 2 and PS5. And not only that, you're only going to be restricted to what they offer you. Jarvis, as soon as I pull over, you will be banned.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I feel PSVR 2 will be amazing, but I have more control over, yeah. Go to 51.5.
Fastest lap so far.
So we're gonna leave it there.
time is invalidated. Please try to stay on the track.
Okay. Let me take off my headset so I can ban your dreams, Mr. Jarvis. All right. So yeah, Kuhn
Yellow
says, I
flag
feel
in sector 2.
PSVR will be amazing, but PC, I have more control over my games, and you can't beat the ability to mod. I totally agree. And then not only that, I think well, naturally, VR games are cheaper than flat screen games. I think it's kind of a sticky situation right now. JD Max, what's up? Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas. Same to you, JD Max. Man, Kuhn, trying to explain this situation, the current state of VR right now. Honestly, the Oculus Quest is where the money's at right now. That's where developers are gravitating towards. I've heard developers say that they've made more money. Well, I haven't heard it directly from them, but I've seen quotes, I guess, of anonymous, unnamed developers saying that they've made like 4 times the amount of money in the first week on the Quest than they have, their entire time on PC. So right now, that's where the money's at. The Oculus Quest is a very affordable headset, and it doubles as a PC headset. Now, the advantage, what PSVR 2 will do is, because of the amount of people that's going to have PlayStations, and I presume the amount of people that's going to have PSVR 2, what that's going to do is allow developers to dive back into that PC landscape. They can, the bulk of their money, I would imagine, as far as high-end premium VR games, are going to come from the PlayStation, and then whatever they get from PC will be side money. So that's going to be our benefit on PC VR, is that a lot of these games will finally get official PC versions from the developers, instead of having to rely on programs like Vorpex or wait for somebody to do a VR mod, because there's really nothing that we can't do right now. What's going on here?
Yellow flag in sector 3.
I'm hoping we're still live. How much time is left? 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. So right now, I'm going to be starting 12th at the moment. Indie devs, no mainstream devs. Also on PSVR 2, this is not me trying to turn my nose up at PSVR 2, but a lot of the stuff that PSVR 2 is going to get is regurgitated stuff that's already on PC. You guys will probably, in all likelihood, you guys will get Grand Theft Auto 5. You'll get Boneworks. You'll probably get Half-Life Alyx. These are games that we've already experienced, and I think these are going to be like launch titles to get PSVR 2 off the ground until developers start making AAA games. Let me check out the timetables and see who did what. So the fastest lap is 149.007. I was 2 seconds behind that. Where am I at? I was 2.5 seconds behind that with a 151.5. So there's a minute left to qualifying, so this race is about to start here shortly. And I don't know why this is playing in a loop. Okay, we good. We're good. Let me see here. Throughout the first 20 cars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of them are BMWs. All right, qualifying's over. All right, minute 30 seconds left. Max waiting time. And then we'll be ready to start the race here in a moment. All this overtime that I've been working. So, this week, technically for our job, according to our holidays, Thursday was Christmas Eve and yesterday was Christmas. So I got paid for Christmas Eve and Christmas. But, we are so far behind in the work that on Thursday, since that was technically our Christmas Eve, they were taking volunteers to come in and work. And what they were offering was, you still get the holiday pay plus double time for coming in. Shit, I had to jump on that. And so I went in for 5 hours and got out by 10 o'clock. So I was able to come, go to work, get out of work, come back home, jump into bed, and take a nap for a few hours before I get up and start my day. So the guy named here, Louise Ramilton. So I'm starting in the 14th position. I'm confident that if I can stay out of the wrecks, coon, I would have jumped on that myself. Yeah, no doubt, man. That's what's paid for everything, even my cars. My Acura and my Lexus were primarily paid for by working so much overtime. Man, I've been working overtime probably for the better part of 11, 12 years. So, like, when I bought my Lexus, I had the money to outright buy it. But what I did was I put half of the money down, and then I made payments for about 6 months, and then I said, fuck this, I don't want to make any more payments, so I went and paid the thing off. So My cars are old, but both of them are paid off. And you know what? Point being is that was done. A lot of the toys that I have came primarily from working overtime, including all this stuff. I mean, I've already recovered the money that I spent on this stuff.
Stay in double file.
What a douchebag.
Green light. Go, go, go.
And here we go. And there we go. I'll take that little tap. I'm currently in 8th place.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Now I'm in 10th place.
Yellow flag. Be careful there.
I'm currently in 7th place. Yes, we touched. In any case, I'm in 6th place now. This dude act like he's trying to take me out. Shit, that little sputter. $150.9. I was lucky to keep the car under control on that one. still in 5th place. Seven minutes left. Wonder why he's backing off. He did all that work to catch me, didn't pass me. He must be trying to keep up with me just for the safety rating points.
There's a guided car in front in sector 3. Yellow flag in sector 3. Leaders on final lap now.
What happened, dude? I just lost my 5th place. I'm gonna have to save that replay because I have no idea what happened there. Oh my God.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
I'm running a solid race up until that happened.
Leader has finished right. Right, race is over. Good job, mate. Take your best. Bring it back to the pits.
Let me save that. All right. So officially, it looks like I finished up in 10th place. Check the timetables. And whoever this W Machete kills, he's got a purple there somewhere. So it looked like he's looks like he turned in some lap times here. Some sector times rather. Now it's showing me finishing in 4th place. 39 or 35. Yeah. So my fastest lap was 150.9. So my lap time goes as follows. You know, we won't count the first lap because that's the out lap, because that's showing 13 minutes and change. 153, 151, 150, 152, 152, 152, 151, 151, 208, and then 151 after that. And those 2 laps are red. One of them because I wiped out, and then the other one I cut across the chicane, so I came in too fast. So let's go back and watch the replay and see what happened. And that brought my safety rating up to 90. Go to the gallery. Other than me wiping out, I think that was a pretty solid race. So let me grab the mouse to see if that allowed me to skip ahead. Okay, so he is... So let me change cars. I think he's the number 93 BMW. Let's change camera angles. And that's me in front of him. See if we can find out what went wrong here. Because I know he could have passed me a couple of times, but didn't. He could have taken me right there. He was probably being safe and probably didn't want to take a chance on me dipping inside. And again, I think he tapped me right there. He could have tried to take me at that chicane, but if I would have dipped inside, we both would have wrecked. So I guess, I give him credit for not doing anything reckless and just trying to be patient and wait for his moment. Yep, there it is right there. He tapped me. So I don't think he meant to do that. So I'm not gonna holler about it. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. My glasses are getting fogged up, and I'm getting hungry. And I'd imagine my son's going to wake up here, want something to eat, as most teenagers do. So yeah, I'm definitely getting hungry. So let me go ahead and block this, this what appears to be a Russian name with some advertisements. Okay. So, all in all, so it looks like I ended up finishing either 5th or 6th in that race, which I am ecstatic with that, because yesterday I finished up in 8th place in back-to-back races, and I was turning in consistent 151s. That's not fast enough to win a race. I don't even think it's fast enough to finish in the top 5, but it's good enough to finish in the middle of the pack. So I think it's something to build on. So I am very happy with yesterday's and today's performance, even though I didn't stream yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a bite to eat, take a break, unwind, that kind of stuff, and hopefully I'll come back with something later on today. The way I'm feeling right now it's going to be sim racing again. It's just one of those things where when you had that oh shit moment and you discover something, you want to get back on that track as soon as possible. So with that, thanks for watching, everybody. Merry Christmas, and I'm sure I'll see you either sometime today or sometime tomorrow. And with that, you guys know the line. Wakanda forever, long live the king, and deuces. We'll see you soon.